Good afternoon. It is Sunday, October 25th, 2015, and this is our hourly news break. I am Ajane Williams. President Bush announced a new Mideast peace initiative Tuesday in which he urged Israel in the end of offense against militants and called Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat's effort to report terrorism a failure. Bush said he is sending Secretary of State Pauline Colin to registering of the week Palestine statehood. He also commended the rash of suicide bombing in Palestinians in recent weeks. They are not martyrs and they are murderers, they said, adding that efforts betrayed the hopes of his people and missing opportunities for peace. Prime Minister Ariel Sharon in the meeting of Bush's envoy, Anthony Zinke, reported back down and urged to the Zionists meet effort. The nation's five largest pilots' unions, President Bush entered peace personnel and let pilots arm themselves aboard commercial jets. The appeal of the president is unpresentable, shows the solitary unions representing 1,400 million pilots. It comes two top Bush officials, they said, oppose guns in cockpits. The union says the new Transportation Security Administration has moved fast enough to establish a firearm training program for pilots who want to carry guns. Some aviation experts say guns would create new hazards such as accidental discharge or theft. The pilots' union says the training program would address those concerns and lethal force of only certain hijackers. A Taliban fighter held captive Bay Cuban is extradited moved to U.S. naval base in Virginia because authorities believe he may be a U.S. citizen. The Pentagon says certificate indicates he was born in Baton Rouge. He could move to Navy base at Norfolk, Virginia, as soon as today. Moving in Hammond to the base makes it easier to charge him in an ordinary federal court rather than the military tribunals called he used to be the U.S. citizen who are Taliban and Al-Qaeda fighters. It also will make it easier for him to access a speedy trial and challenge unlimited pretrial detention. Apparently, Hamada's parents were working in the United States when he was born and made back to Swato Aburn. He was a toddler. A fuel leak has forced NASA to postpone Thursday's launch of the space shuttle Atlantis, delaying the space station construction program. The hydrogen fuel could be seen in NASA videotape, screaming out white clouds of gas and dissipating into the air. The 7 astronauts were hours away from boarding Atlantis and had to not begin to suit up. Liftoff was postponed until at least Sunday. Atlantis is due to deliver the newest piece in the outspace station, an elaborate 44-foot getter. The mission is last 11 days and includes spacewalks. Now it is time for a look at the weather. So here's the weather. I'm Ajane Williams and I'm reporting weather. Washington Wizard superstar Michael Jordan woke up Tuesday morning in Milwaukee and decided that it is time to let his surgical repaired knee heal. Jordan will miss the rest of the NBA season, but said that he plans to return next season. Jordan put on an injured list and returned to the Washington. He had arthritic surgery February 24th and has played the reserve since returning March 20th. Wearing the therapeutic wrap that covered his right leg, Jordan scored only 2 points Monday in 12 minutes against the Lakers. The Wizards says have been games remaining and there are 3 games out of the last playoff spot in East. Golfers and submarine park lovers take heart. The government is addressing your goose problem faced with the population explosion among non-migratory Canada geese, U.S. fish, and malfare, proposing to give the state wildfire agendas broad authority and reduce the flocks that nest and live in the lower 48 year-round. That would make it easier for states and local communities to destroy eggs and nests and expand honey. The goal is to cut about 25%, approximately 2.5 million geese that nest in the lower 48 states. That would be a lot of the authorized health and safety problems caused by birds that have adopted to the submarine golf course. Subdivisions, office park, and airports. In some areas, goose populations are growing at 14% a year. Without control of national total, could more than double in the next decade. That's the news update at 3 p.m. Our next breaks will be at 5 p.m. Please join us in. I am Ajane Williams.